Oh, hello and welcome back. Welcome back. We got ourselves a student game here, and it's a tough one. He ran into Deepak Rashid from India, and Deepak really played a masterful middle game, spinning the ball left and right. Kuldeep Chahal here, Deepak. So we're gonna have an interesting game against the fellow Indian, and let's see how it pans out. So far, very professional game from both sides. Except for Deepak, I think this check was so amateur. It's so amateur to deliver a check like that, right? It's like he's gonna make that move, and it's a nice move for his position. So why would you help him make it? The only time when it's worthwhile to make a check like that is when you're coaxing a positional concession. So everything peaceful now. Now this is the critical moment in the game when the opening moves have finished, and it's time to now show what you're up to. What are you really here for? You know, because many people they don't know what to do here, so then they just do nothing instead, uh, or they do something which is just not following a certain theme. You have to have a strategy. What's your game plan? Mm, I'm thinking now a little bit for white. I think black has a few weaknesses in his position, which white would be lovely to exploit like this, but it's a lot of moves to do that, and it doesn't feel just right at the moment. This pawn push is about to come, but I really don't think it's such a big deal, even if it does. What's the harm, really? Except it opens up his bishop, that's true. But he could, yeah, I don't know. Launching the knight in here is worth considering, actually. That's a really good idea, I think, because you have a very good chance of ending up with a pawn lodged over here, and that could give you better attacking prospects without having a knight there to defend the king. This that could be a very promising situation. It's not a forced position, but it was one of them. Anyway, you played b4, and this is a pattern of style that you have adopted. If you may notice, you like the structure, you like the solidity of it. I'm not so sure what I think of it, but I'm just pointing out a pattern of your personal style, which is perhaps suitable for you, but is in principle suboptimal. But I just want to see what computer thinks of my idea. How dropping the knight in there, that was a bad move. Okay, so I was thinking something, but computer thinks that, yeah, because you can trade queens, or yeah, because you can trade queens in the meantime. So because you can trade the queens, then there's no point. There's no point in being able to build up any attack because there's no attack going to be there. You just have an overextended position without much pieces in it. Space advantage is much more significant when you have big pieces on the board like the queen. So yeah, very instructive. Anyway, typical student middle game idea I've noticed is to just take space on the queen side. That's one of your core middle game ideas. I guess it's because you're not sure how to really muster up an attack. But we should have a look at what AI thinks here. Whoa, what was that? Wasn't there a little bit of a spasm, or did I just imagine that? Anyway, computer thinks you should do this, and probably build up for bishop here, queen here, and just sack some shit, queen in there, throw the knights in, rook up, rook here, and checkmate. That's what you gotta try thinking like that. That's how to think, how to attack, how to have an attacking middle game plan. It's important. Gaining space is good, but it's not enough. So you finally do the move which I've been talking about, but computer should have captured. I mean, sorry, not computer. What am I talking about? Deepak. Deepak should have captured and done the exact same thing, trade the queens, and have a, in fact, winning a pawn there. So it was just a blunder, and you finally capture, and it's now a very favorable position. You can see black's quite vulnerable here. A lot of weaknesses. This one is a very juicy one. This one's potential. A lot of soft targets. A move like queen here springs to mind as an idea, although it does potentially fall into something like this at some point. Mm, yeah, it's a promising position, but also not like super duper easy to figure out the winning, you know, way to execute. A slow burner plan could be to try to just pile up some pressure on the spawn, double up some rooks here and then just maximize the pressure on it. But it takes a bit of time and maneuvering. And there's a more immediate pressure, which is the spawn. So I think, I don't know. I don't know. I think you got to defend the spawn somehow. Okay, you go there. I was thinking queen d3 there, yeah, but it's still tense. And now comes a big moment. This is a move you got to spot instantly. Forking the queen and bishop, forcing the queen there, and then he takes back and you take back to here. That's like typical thing that at the between the 15 and 1800 level. This is what people are always trying to find. This option. Well done, well done. Good spot there, good spot, and not a perfect execution, but I think you got the main plan right. I mean, what more can you complain about here? Apparently, kicking the queen away would have been the better way to go. So let's just see. I don't know if there's such a big difference in it. Computer thinks that you shouldn't even mind the bishop. Just hold this tension, soak in the pressure. You know, not that easy to play that way. Anyway, I think this is fine. I'm very curious to see how you're going to handle the c3 pawn. You see, this kind of structure which you create, this yard stick thing, it has its drawbacks. And not only that, but at some point the rooks will come here and it's going to be a potential pain point. But okay, you just lost the game right there on the spot. Just lost the game right there on the spot, and it's over. All that work, all that hard work for, yeah, yeah, that was missing the point. So I guess that was part of the big idea here was um, also to not lose that pawn, and that was maybe part of his temptation was to offer that up so that he might capture. Interesting, interesting. All right, good game and well done, Deepak.